Hello, you're watching Air News Daily on Wednesday, the 29th of April with me, Jeremy Spake. UK ACMI specialist Ascend Airways announced it was closing and relinquishing its air operator's certificate yesterday after just 3 years of operations. The company, whose fleet comprised of 6 Boeing 737 MAX 8s, had been providing aircraft and crew on a wet lease to a number of airlines, to include TUI and Oman Air, but cited mounting financial pressures caused largely by the war on Iran, as well as the lack of contracts as airlines scale back operations in response to the conflict. Another victim of their failure is fledgling carrier Air Sierra Leone, who contracted Ascend to provide them with their aircraft to operate scheduled services to London Gatwick. Air Sierra Leone's licence to operate to London requires them to use a British registered carrier to provide their aircraft, so the Freetown-based airline will now need to find another supplier. It's always sad seeing airlines go. British Airways will be making some changes to its Airbus A380 schedule for the winter timetable when it reintroduces the aircraft on its London Heathrow to Singapore route following its removal in 2025. The carrier currently operates 2 flights a day to Singapore, with 1 continuing on to Sydney. The A380 will operate the service that terminates in Singapore, replacing a Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner and bringing with it a staggering 117% increase in available seats. To achieve this, the carrier will be removing the A380 from its daily early evening departure to Johannesburg, which will be replaced by the Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner. Some have criticised the move, as they say that the A380 service to Joburg is always fully booked. The airline will be reducing the overall capacity on its A380 fleet from 469 seats to 421 in a phased programme, with the first aircraft to be retrofitted with the revised cabins in time for the 2027 summer timetable. Last week we reported on the story that member carriers of the Association of Value Airlines in America were seeking tax relief from the Trump administration as they try to combat the effects of the fuel crisis caused by their president's actions against Iran. Well, the group, led by Frontier and Spirit Airlines, the largest members of the association and arguably the most in need of help, have now sought $2.5 billion in financial aid from Donald and his bean counters as their plight worsens with every day that passes. The notion is that the assistance would be used as a liquidity pool for member airlines to tap into to remain solvent, or at the very least be able to afford the fuel to operate a schedule. Trump did state that he wanted to save an airline. Well, now's his chance, and it might not stop at the Association of Value Airlines. Well, there you go, Donald. Africa's largest carrier, Ethiopian Airlines, has launched a 3 times weekly service between Hong Kong International and Glasgow's Prestwick Airport, which has become a significant hub over the past 12 months for freight originating from China heading to the UK. The airline's dedicated Boeing 777 freighters will be serving the e-commerce market, which shows no signs of slowing down on Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Saturdays. The Namibian Airports Company, we are told by state media in the country, is advancing plans to expand Windhoek's Hosea Kutako International Airport at an estimated cost of approximately $300 million. The project, as we understand it, is in the study phase, and it is hoped that by year's end the company will have a tangible plan with investment decisions and timelines. They're certainly going to have to get a move on though, as they hope to have a new terminal building built by 2030, which, when combined with the country's aspirations to form a new airline with Botswana, means the regulators could end up being very busy. Let's hope so. And finally, US low-cost giant Southwest has unveiled its latest special livery, this time on a brand new Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft, which is due to enter revenue service for the first time today. The aircraft, christened Independence One, celebrates the 250th anniversary of US independence from British colonial rule and sports a flag-themed look emblazoned with the slogan, "Life, Liberty and the Pursuit of Happiness." It'll no doubt be cropping up on socials everywhere as it plies the skies for the carriers. That's all for today, folks. We look forward to seeing you again tomorrow with more news from the commercial aviation world. And in the meantime, go steady. See you soon.
Tune in tomorrow when we'll be bringing you the latest news from the commercial aviation world. And don't forget to subscribe to Air News Daily.